Hello and welcome back to another Understand Your Buyer video. In this video, we're looking at the won't happen to me effect. So what is it? Well, sometimes buyers won't buy because they don't believe something's going to happen to them and they're happy to take the risk, quote unquote. They really don't think it's going to happen, so they're happy to just see what happens. There's no downside for them. It's not that obvious. They'll take their chances. When it comes to selling or offering, if somebody is not nonplussed about buying it because they'll take their chances, it's not a great position to be in. So how does it work? Well, it's understandable that you might think something is unlikely to happen to you, but as sellers, it's our job to make our buyers aware of the hidden choices and the hidden costs that they may face through inaction and lack of preparedness. We need to spell out to them, if they don't take action, this can happen, and if they don't address this, that can happen. And we need to talk in realistic, real-world probabilities. And also, if the thing happens, what would we do? So this leads us straight into how can we use it? What action can we take? Well, there's 5 ways that we can approach this. You need to get your buyer to see the situation differently and think about it differently. That's the challenge. If they're sat there thinking, well, this won't happen to me, it's a paradigm that they have. It's a way of thinking they have. We need to shift that. The first thing we can do is reframe everything to preparedness. So you might not think it would happen to you, but doesn't it make sense to be prepared for it? The second one is remind them of the consequences of not being prepared. So, okay, if you're not prepared for this, if it does happen, then this will get damaged, this will get lost straight away. You can't stop it happening. You can't save it. Are you okay with that? The third way is to compare to other preparedness. So, well, you're prepared for these things that are unlikely to happen. So why is it different for this thing? The fourth thing is to calculate the invisible costs of a lack of preparation. So if you're not prepared for this, what's it going to cost the buyer? And you have to remember this notion of not all costs come with an invoice, but it doesn't mean it's not a cost. So reputational damage, missing out on opportunities, overusage of resources, underuses of resources, etc. Not every cost comes with an invoice, so we need to point that out to our buyer. And the final thing is using examples of, quote unquote, people like them that have bought and why. So you might think this is not going to happen to you. That's fine. But these people are very similar to you. And whilst they don't think it's going to happen to them, they've still bought because they value the preparedness. And this is their story. So those are the 5 ways that we can deal with this issue. Reframe to preparedness, remind them of the consequences, compare to other preparedness purchases, calculate the invisible costs of a lack of preparation, and use examples of other people that have bought. So that's the won't happen to me effect. Sometimes people don't buy because they don't think they'll need your offering, as the bad thing that you deal with won't happen to them, right? Well, that's it for another Understand Your Buyer video. And if you like this kind of stuff, then you'll definitely like the book, which you can buy at understandyourbuyer.com.